Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Tonight's movie, A Prayer Before Dawn. You might have heard me mention this in some other videos. I'm excited to see this. It's $10.99 on DirecTV. Oh, but I just paid my DirecTV bill today. So now I'm going to spend another $10.99. I try and only spend $11 a month on DirecTV on these movies. Like DirecTV, like if it's a $5, $6 movie, I feel better doing that because that's normally what you rent a movie for. But when it's $11, it better be good. Sorry, enough about that. But this is the true story of an English boxer incarcerated in one of Thailand's most notorious prisons as he fights in Muay Thai tournaments to earn his freedom. So I'm really excited about this. I've wanted to see this for a while. This has been on my wish list for as long as I don't know how I found it. I found it. It sounds awesome. It's based on a true story. IMDb has it at like a 7.1. It's not due out until theaters until August 17th. They say whatever. You can buy it on DirecTV or rent it for 3 days for $10.99. And I need a movie. I need a good movie tonight. Rough day. I want something that's gonna, So I'm gonna spend the money and I'm gonna watch this. And I'm hoping this is what I hope it always was going to be. I was just hoping I'd get it on Redbox for like $1.96 or something like that. But I can't wait any longer. I got to watch it now. I got to spend the money. So that's why I'm here. If you clicked on this, you're wondering yourself, do you want to spend the $11 to watch this movie? Or do you want to wait until it comes on HBO or something like that? I am going to give you that answer as best as I can. So thanks for tuning in. Let me get into it a little bit more. Let's get excited and let's hope it's good. It won't take me long to be back. It's going to fade in, and I'll be right back here sitting in that same spot with the same shirt on, hopefully, and telling you good news. Let's hope. So stick around. Hey, everybody. We're watching A Prayer Before Dawn, right? A Prayer Before Dawn. And so far, so good. We're at the 52-minute mark. Yeah, Prayer Before Dawn. I want to say dying, but it's Prayer Before Dawn. We're at the 52-minute mark, and it is compelling. And I'm enjoying it. There are some obstacles for me. So at the beginning, Billy Moore basically is in Thailand, and he's a boxer. But he's also addicted to drugs. I'm not quite sure. He's smoking something over tinfoil. I don't know if it's like crack cocaine. Maybe it's heroin. Heroin does come into play later, and I'll get to that in a second. But, he does that, and cops come to his place and bust in on him. And they find guns and stuff like that, so you're not really sure what's going on. The biggest obstacle for me was there was no subtitles. And they keep talking in what I assume is Taiwanese. And I don't understand what's going on. But then a subtitle will come up. But it's very far and few in between in the first half of this movie. So I'm a little bewildered. At first I was like, oh no. Maybe there's something wrong with the copy I'm watching because I'm not understanding it. Or are they trying to put you in the mindset of Billy here, who's there and maybe doesn't understand it, so you've got to kind of go through what he's going through. So, once the cops bust in, they arrest him, they take him to prison. And he's in prison with, everybody else from that country. And he's the only white person in the entire prison. And I'm assuming that maybe he doesn't understand the language and that's why they're not sharing it. There are times where they put subtitles up, but you can hear it's kind of like their broken English instead of their natural language, which makes it very difficult to understand what's really going on. So I'll try and explain it to you. It's not a spoiler alert. Like I said, he was into drugs. That's kind of why they came and arrested him. Now he's in prison. In prison, he's also doing drugs. But he's also trying to survive. Prison life, no matter where you are, is a rough life. So he gets in, initially when he gets thrown in there, it's like, next to each other. They all had to sleep like very close right next to each other and do everything. And he gets into a fight with a guy. They throw him in a box about this big, of course. I don't know for how long. When they take him out, he goes into another area. Less crowded, but it's more like they're almost like a gang or something like that. It's a different kind of cell block. Again, they're all sleeping in rows, but it's not as tight as the original one, and they have more access to drugs. And he's also working with the prison guards as well to get some drugs and do favors for them. that's where we are so far. Again, it's hard to know what's really going on because the subtitles aren't there 100% of the time. They're talking, and you have no idea. You can kind of assume what's going on, but you don't know 100%. But it's very interesting to see what's going on here. I'm not sure of Billy Moore's history. I know it's based on a true story. I didn't research any of it. I was hoping for a little bit more of a backstory, why he's in Thailand, and why he's a boxer and stuff like that. I understand why he got arrested, why he was there, but why is he there in the first place? So I'll keep going here a little bit longer. That's what the plot is so far. I might have to check in one more time before the credits. I hope that's okay with you, but stick around. If I don't, I'll see you at the credits, but stick around. So far it's worth it. And I'm gonna say one more time. No, I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits. Not really. We're at the end of A Prayer Before Dawn. And there's actually, on the DirecTV version, so little props to this, is behind the scenes. Not a whole lot of information, but still interesting. The main actor, Joe Cole, he's the one who plays Billy Moore. I thought did a phenomenal job. They picked him, and I thought he was great. So in true life, Billy Moore is actually from Liverpool. And it's still not explained why he went to Thailand, but he ends up in Thailand, as I mentioned. Drugs, whatever, goes to prison. Ends up in prison for 3 years, I believe, in Thailand, or something like that. So a lot of interesting things happen. He's there. He originally says that he has no family. He finds a girl. Seems like there's a women prison close or something like that. 3 women keep coming and selling cigarettes and stuff like that to the prisoners, but I think they're part of the prison as well. They develop a little bit of a relationship, and she mentions that she's in there for killing her dad. So I do think that, I thought that was interesting that they were able to do that. And then he also he tells her that he has no family. Then he apologizes, he lied. He says, I do have a father and some brothers and stuff like that. And he gets a letter from the father, but we're not really sure what's in it. It never comes out. So a little bit of a mystery there. I was disappointed they didn't at least give you a hint on what it was saying, and how that they found out. He said to her that his father didn't even know he was there. So how did he get the letter? I don't know. So obviously Billy has a major temper. Makes him a great boxer. Kickboxer, I think, is what the actual type of boxing it was. And one of the things that I thought was really authentic or original about this film was the actual boxing matches. So there's one right in the beginning, and really in the beginning I felt it was a little shaky, but as the film grows and as the movie goes on, the scenes are still a little shaky, as though like somebody's holding a handheld in the ring as they're bouncing around. But that's the one area of opportunity for the boxing match. But you don't feel that they were very choreographed. It seemed real. And it also was like long boxing matches. It wasn't like, you see in all the fancy movies like Rockies and stuff like that, where it's very choreographed and it's real quick, and there's music playing and stuff like that, and they're just landing punches left and right. No, this was really like they really said, just go fight and we'll film it, and you know what I mean. So I really enjoyed that. I thought it was good, and I was right. I wouldn't have known this if I didn't watch the behind the scenes section, but they really wanted for you to have the first person feel that you were kind of Billy Moore in this prison. So when he goes to prison, he doesn't speak the language, and that's why there's no subtitles, and it helped. I mean, it made it harder, but like I said, I got that sense that that's what they were trying to do, and because now that I know, it makes it a whole lot better, and it was interesting. They do have the little blurbs at the end, so the story of what happens after all of this. And this is all based on a book that I believe he either co-authored, or the book about Billy Moore and his Prayer Before Dawn and stuff like that, and his life and dealing with drugs and dealing with prison and all that kind of stuff. So definitely interesting. I encourage you to watch this. I'm not telling you to go out and spend $10.99 like me. Maybe wait a little bit until it's comes down a little bit in price. But at 2 hours of a movie, and it was, a lot of times 2 hours it seems too long. They waste too much time. But I thought, the only thing that was really long for me was the boxing matches. But it made it more, like I said, authentic. So I'm probably going to give it a 7. Even though it was 2 hours long, I think a little bit more in the front end and the back end of this for me. The middle is all there. You don't need any more of that. I needed a little bit more at the end, and I needed a little bit more in the beginning. And maybe it's probably on the book. What's this guy's childhood like? What's his upbringing? Is there a way to bring that into it and couple it together with what we had? So that's why I'm sticking with a 7. Worth watching. And
tied the Super Bowl record.
Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.